What up, everyone? Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, coming at ya. All right, cool. So it looks like this is a little laggy because I'm looking at the visuals and it looks laggy. Now I don't think the audio is laggy, so I'm gonna just run this. I'm gonna post it, and if the visuals laggy, it is what it is. What's important right now is I need you guys to focus on the price. The price right now, Shiba Inu is 4 zeros 19.95. This might be one of the last, if not the last time. I still, like I told you guys, I still think there's gonna be one more dip. I still think there's gonna be a dip. All right, I'm sticking by that because that's what the chart was showing. So, baby, maybe the dip isn't going to be to the 40s. I'm still holding to that. I think the dip will be to the 40s. I saw someone say 54. Um, I think it's going to be bigger than that. To be honest, it's got to be. It's got to be like to at least 40, 52. I'm saying 52 to 49 minimum is the next dip I see. But the thing is, right now everything's being propped up. So obviously the markets are being manipulated. Right now you can't avoid the fact that the money base, the monetary base is being increased. So therefore, you're going to have some of these pumps occurring. Now, obviously, you guys know Bone Army. I'm going to focus on Shibarium. But in particular, like right now, we just witnessed the 2000. Shiba Inu just broke 2000. Okay. So, of course, I think it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. And even though a dip might come, I don't think that the dip is going to be as severe for some of the meme coins this time around. So they're gonna definitely dip. I just don't think they're gonna dip to levels that we saw in during the bear market. Okay, the bull market, the bull run has officially started, and this is the official start of the most explosive part of that bull run. All right, so of course we have an interest rate cut. We have, I think, October 18th is going to be an update on the PPE. So then on top of that, you're going to have the elections. So it's all three of those dates are going to, in my opinion, prop up the price of the economy. The S&P 500, the Dow Jones Industrial, just Wall Street in general, tech, and as a consequence, tech crypto. Okay, because crypto is tech. All right, with that said, all right, I know I'm so long. All right, my bad. We're gonna go ahead and check some charts. We're gonna check out Bitcoin. So I'm running this one not specifically target at anything, but of course, you guys know I do want you to focus on Shib. Shib is the primary and flagship token for the Shiba Inu ecosystem, the Shiba Inu project. All right, so you have Shiba Inu, you have Bone, and you have Leash. So you have Shiba Inu being the main cryptocurrency with value peer to peer on Ethereum, very popular, multi-billion-dollar market cap. You have a technology they helped develop, which was Shibarium, and it's a blockchain technology. All right, so of course you guys know there's various blockchains, but they decided to make a blockchain. They called it Shibarium. This Shibarium blockchain runs on Bone Shiba Swap. That is the native token for that blockchain. And of course, there's a metaverse coming. The metaverse is going to be connected with Leash. So we're actually going to be touching on all three of those tokens, starting with Shiba Inu. Then we're going to see what the price of Bone is, and we're going to see what the price of Leash is. Of course, the entire Shiba Inu ecosystem is actually mooning. If you like hearing about Shiba Inu and the ecosystem, do me a favor, hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. So if you didn't catch it below 2000, not financial advice, but definitely do your research, and I would say grab yourself a little bag. Of course, I'm focused on 100 million. Why, crypto Marxists, are you so focused on the 100 million number? You're always talking about it. Well, if you guys saw the video I did explaining how there's actually less Shiba Inu than there is Bitcoin, you'll understand that I'm talking about Satoshi units. And Shiba Inu already starts in Satoshi units. Bitcoin is actually a block of Satoshi units. So I don't want to get too in the weeds, but basically, one Bitcoin equals 100 million Satoshi units. Okay. So, of course, that's why I want you to focus on that because Shiba Inu is on Satoshi units already. So, since it's already on Satoshi units, focus on 100 million. In fact, I did the math already. Shiba Inu Satoshi unit per Satoshi unit at the peak of Bitcoin and at the peak, okay, the all-time high of Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu actually was at a higher value Satoshi unit per Satoshi unit. I know like people don't focus on that. They might start focusing on that next bull run or maybe the bull run after that. I always like to look at the future, look at the roadmap, use my macro understanding to try to place things. And that's basically why I'm over here letting you guys know do not miss this opportunity. All right. So, all right, with that said, let's go ahead and check out the markets. So first off, Shiba Inu, $11.78 billion. All right. Currently worth fully diluted value, $20 billion. Okay. Bigger than some companies. Understand this. This is only about 4.5 years old. All right. 4.5 years old, we're 20 billion fully diluted. All right. So putting that out there for you guys. All right. Let's go ahead and check out coin market cap. Let's see what the rest of the market is looking like. I'm going to show you some of the other projects. And of course, I'm also going to show you because look, the market is going crazy right now. Is this sustainable? I don't know. I'm telling you guys, it's probably going to sustain till the election. I really don't see this going down because if it goes down, it's gonna look bad for the incumbents, basically the people in power. So they're gonna try to combat. So it's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It's interesting because I was expecting the downturn to actually happen on September 18th when the rate cut occurred. In fact, I was saying the 18th, most likely it's going to dip. I don't see it going past 62, but sure enough, it went up, dipped, and it just actually went back up, and it hasn't actually stopped moving. We're currently at $65,750 on Bitcoin. All right, Ethereum's at $2,658, and of course, you already know Shiba Inu about to take out Avalanche. All right, sorry, Avax, about to take out Tron. Sorry, Justin. And about to take out Cardano. So sorry about that, Chucky. So about to enter the top 10. In fact, Shiba Inu, I'm telling you guys, Shiba Inu might be top 10 by the end of this week. All right, might be top 10 by the end of this week. Just putting it out there. And currently, the price is look, it's flirting with that 2,000 mark, flirting with that 2,000 mark. All right, so just little heads up for you guys. All right, I think Shiba Inu is one of the biggest plays that you guys could possibly get into. So that's why I'm always hyping it up, always telling you guys about it. So, but of course, not financial advice. I'm just putting it out there for you guys to do with that information what you will. Of course, I do think that it's correlated with the macro market. So that's why I always focus on Bitcoin. Here, let's go ahead and just go see what the Bitcoin halving progress is looking like. This chart and data basically shows you how the movement of Bitcoin has been since the halving. In case you don't know what the halving is, basically approximately every 4 years or so, there is a Bitcoin halving. And what this does is it reduces the rewards per block. Okay. So, all right. Well, I'm going to keep it at that. But what I want to show you is this particular Bitcoin halving progress chart. What I like about it is it lets you see where the halving is. And that's this dark, bright green bar right here. So that's when the Bitcoin halving was. And what you see here is this light green. That's the progress of where we are in real time. So what this allows us to do, this allows us to essentially see where we were in previous cycles. So basically, look, this one right here is from 2013. So after the halving, you see that there was a run up around this time, and this is going to keep going. All right. So then when you have this run up, you can kind of compare it to these run ups. When did this start moving up? When did this start moving up? And then compare it to the next one. When did this? So you can see right now where we are right now. There is normally a little run up. That's where we're at. Look, there was right here, boom, a little run up. And actually, this had a dip before, but now it's in run up territory. Look, in 2020, essentially, it went from about, what was this, 9K, about 9K, about 10, about 10,000, all the way up to about 60 something. All right. So that essentially shows you guys that around this time, this is when it started moving. All right, cool. So now we're at this one. Who cares about all that stuff? All right, well, actually, I do. I need a little reference. All right, so this shows us that at this time, there was actually a dip. It ran up, and it dipped in 2017. Right here, ran up and it dipped. How long did this dip happen for? You got April 12th, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn, 6 months. For 6 months after that run up, and then it went back up, right? It went back up. So that's just something for us to keep in mind for these for this potential downturn that we're going to see. Of course, you see this leveling out. Of course, you know that unfortunately you have a law of diminished returns. So of course, you're not going to get the exits that these people got, right? Because some of these people got Bitcoin for $100, for dollars. Okay, while people over here are having to buy it at about, you know, 60,000. All right. With that, let's go ahead and keep going. My bad. Sorry, I don't want to get too long-winded, but I do want to hit you guys with this video. Here is the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Okay, we are going to cover Shib, my people. It's just important for us to see where Bitcoin's at, where it's going. Oh shit, my bad. I forgot to share it there. All right, so, and there it is. So I told you that's why I believe it could have still hit the 50s. And look at that. Why? Because that's what the Bitcoin rainbow chart is showing. That's what the actual chart was also showing. All right. That's why I'm so bearish. I believe it in Bitcoin. I believe in Shiba Inu. I believe it's all going to go to the moon. All meaning the ones I just mentioned. But if I see a downturn, I'm not going to say it's going to keep going up when it looks like it's going down. So right now, I can see this basically slowly grinding up until the election. It's probably going to be at like 70,000 by then. I don't see it breaking all-time highs before the election. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. At the end of the day, if I'm wrong, you guys should already have your bags. You should already have your bags. This right here is just a little extra cherry on top because I've been telling you it's coming. I've been telling you it's coming. All right. So you've had plenty of time to get your bags up. I've been telling you about the projects. In fact, okay, let me just quickly check one more thing for you guys. And this one right here is the Bitcoin cycle repeat chart. All it does, it just superimposes Bitcoin, what it did like about 1,200 days before, and then it imposes it what it's going to do 1,200 days in the future. But essentially, so that's why this looks similar, even though like for those of you that probably don't read charts, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? But really quickly, you can see that this double top right here resembles this double top. You can see that this bottom, this W, this double bottom right here, W. So, and then it goes into an M formation. So it's literally the same chart, just kind of superimposed. So this is where we're essentially looking at. Look, bop, 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 bop. This is what happened before, bop, and now here we are. So what happened before? Okay, of course, this is not financial advice. All right, this doesn't mean that this is what's going to happen. What this means is what happened in the past, because I'm big on history, and that's been one of the key features in my analysis that has allowed me to find some of these charts and not just look at RSIs, not just look at moving averages, MACDs, Bollinger Bands. Okay, that's short term and that's fine. But look at the long term. Okay, that's what this project, that's what this channel is about. So here we are. Here we are. Bop. So what happened before? Boom. Boom. All right. So once again, though, I'm telling you there might be a dip because that's what the structure of the charts were indicating. Now, historically, everything is tied to how much liquidity, how much money is supplied in the markets, not just the American markets, the global markets. Okay. So now, structure or not, sometimes they say, what is it? Rising tides lift all boats. This might be a situation where it's going to essentially be moved up because the markets are going to be flooded with liquidity. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and see. And I'm sorry, I keep showing you guys, showing you guys, showing you guys. This is important though. This is another important indicator. The all season index. Of course, it is Bitcoin season. Okay, anyone that's trying to confuse you, don't listen to them. It's Bitcoin season, but altcoins and meme coins run all the time. Okay, that's where people get confused. All right, why am I showing you this? Because it's at 41. Well, who cares? Well, actually, if you see previously, all right, the altcoin season is 75. All right, 75. We are currently at 41. Okay, we're currently at 41. All right. So Bitcoin season, this right here, essentially, technically, we're in the transition. Okay. So Bitcoin season is transitioning into Ethereum season. Okay. There's going to be a point where Ethereum actually outpaces Bitcoin percentage wise on the daily. So this is just stuff we have to be aware of, because if you don't understand that, then probably the reason that Leash is absolutely just popping off here. Let's go ahead and just quickly check the Bitcoin chart. All right, just check the Bitcoin chart, and this is what I had. Essentially, what I had. Essentially, what I had for you guys. All right, I thought, and this was my prediction over here. But I said if it pops off, it's gonna do this. It's gonna bounce off of this. Didn't even reach it, by the way. So just something important, because I was saying it wasn't even gonna reach 62. But after, this is essentially the roof. This is the ceiling. All right. This resistance. In fact, it's actually flirting with it right now, which is kind of crazy that I'm doing the video right now. As it's so this right here, if it breaks this and flips to 65 500, basically we're almost there. That's crazy. 65 500 and actually bounces off of this, I think it's going to be tough for the dip to really take everyone out at this moment. I'm gonna be honest, because this is resistance right here. This is tough resistance. If it's able to hold this, it's gonna be crazy. Now, what could happen here, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. All right, it still could dip. It still could dip. If it does dip, it's gonna shoot down, bop, and it's probably gonna hit 61, 62, 61 before it comes back up here. I really do not see it right now going down. In fact, right now, if it was to go down and there was an economic downturn, I believe it would basically hand the election over to Donald Trump. That's what I think. All right, because right now we know who's in control. We know who's in power. All right, you can only say your vice president so much. Eventually, people are going to be like, "Well, damn, what's going on right here?" So they have to see right now. The establishment has to maintain at least this level. That's what's funny. So right now, you're going to see a lot of market manipulation to try to keep the markets afloat. That's basically what I see. And then I do see about a 2 to 3 months of sideways or dip before we have the mega run absolutely smashing past 100,000, 125,000, 150, 175,000, probably even $200,000 Bitcoin. All right. So just throwing it out there, my people. Keep in mind, I did show you this last chart right here. Hold up. Let me go back. I know I gotta hurry up because I'm running out of time. And I didn't know this was gonna take so long, but I do want to show you here it is, the cycle repeat one, right? Cycle repeat. And if you look at the top, if you look at this top, potentially the 200-day moving average is over here topping at about $364,000. Okay, this right here is indicating that we might have a $200,000 Bitcoin by April. That, you know what? I might go on record. I might go on record and say $200,000 Bitcoin by April. All right. It's not me saying it. That's what the charts are indicating of, and you already know how I feel about that. All right. Keep your opinions out of it. What is the chart? What is the data? What is the analysis saying? All right. Don't let your emotions get involved. That's why people over here like, oh, dog coin, meme coin. What's the technology behind it? Don't get fooled by the Trojan horse. I'm just saying, don't get fooled by the Trojan horse. All right, let's go ahead and check some of these other charts because honestly, there's too much good stuff. First of all, in case you don't know about KNINE Finance, it is the official liquid staking derivatives platform for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. You should definitely be participating in it if you don't already know about it. It's currently at a $13.15 million total market cap, fully diluted valuation. The actual market cap's only at $4.16 million. Keep in mind, if this blows up to 8 million, this right here is going to go to 26 million. Extremely explosive. And you see that the circulating supply has been steadily increasing. And that's why it's important for you guys to get into this right now. Okay, so I'm going to give you some alpha right now. The supply is going to keep increasing. So the price might remain sideways. It's going to remain sideways until when? Until April. Wait, April, didn't you just mention April, Bitcoin 200,000? When Bitcoin is about 200,000, this right here is going to stop releasing tokens. It's going to become basically hyperinflationary at that time because it's going to be a fixed amount, fixed supply, plus the Shibarium blockchain takes tokens out of circulation. It's a deflationary blockchain. Right now, it's at 4 zeros, 13, 15. Lido DAO, which is the biggest DAO on Ethereum, one token is about $1 and change. This one is not even $1, not even 10 cents, not even a cent, not even 1/100th of a cent, not even a thousandth of a cent. We're talking about 1/13, was it 1/10,000th of a cent, bro? I mean, do with that what you will. I mean, you can lead horses to water, but I get it. Sometimes it's not that easy to get into some of these ecosystems. But on top of that, you guys should take some responsibility. Why? Because you guys sometimes don't want to move your your tokens, don't want to learn something new. Okay, you just want it nice and easy. When I'm over here letting you guys know, look, we're about to lose the 2000. This might be one of the last times that we are able to get 100 million Shiba Inu for under 2 racks. And that's when the video started. Right now, it's costing you 2G, over 2 Gs now. $2,037 for 100 million Shiba Inu. Do with that what you will, and it's going to keep going. This is going to reach 1 penny eventually. That's not hype. I did the math. I showed you there's less Shiba Inu, Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit, than there is Bitcoin. So I'm just putting it out there for you guys. Do with that what you will. I started the video. I said we're going to lose it. We lost it. I'm telling you, we're going to lose the 2100. There is no token that creates more FOMO than Shiba Inu. That doesn't make sense to a lot of you guys because you guys are like, oh, of course you're gonna say that because you're pro Shiba Inu, you're pro Shibarium. No, I'm saying that because I'm a realist and I have logic and I'm actually looking at the data. You guys are over here on pump fun, losing your asses, all right, while everyone that's been listening to me and saying, hey, stack your bone, stack you some paw, even though the team is kind of weak. All right. Stack you some C fun, even though the team right now kind of, all right, get you some bone, some leash, some shiboshis, all this good stuff that ain't going anywhere. Get you some bad idea. All right. I'm just get you the home runs, get you some canine finance. All right. Get you shit that is gonna stay here. It's cool. Dabble in some of these low market caps, but get you the big dogs. Secure your bag and don't get married to any project. If you get married to projects, you might lose. Go to the big dogs, okay? Don't look at Shiba Inu and say, oh, the market cap is at $20 billion. So what? The richest people in the world right now are investing in Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin market cap is over $1 trillion. So what are you really telling me? You ain't telling me, is what I'm trying to tell you. All right. You're kind of behind the curve, probably because I'm talking about the next bull run a lot of times. I'm talking about the Shiba State. All right. I'm not talking about a pump fun dump coin, pump and dump. No, I'm talking about creating a country, the first decentralized digital social network state, the Shiba State. We're talking about making perhaps the most powerful swap on Ethereum. We're talking about the most powerful liquid staking derivatives platform in crypto. We're talking about tapping into the artificial intelligence niche and bringing in a lot of blockchain technology that other networks aren't going to have the privilege of. We're talking about bringing in Treat, a reward token that is more about interoperability than just pumping a token. We're talking about introducing privacy layers and layer threes. Over here, people talking about these weak ass layer ones, these iffy layer twos. Well, we're over here on some banger layer twos, banger layer threes with multi-million-dollar partnerships with some of the biggest names in the world. Business deals with Indian movie industry titans, social media and influencer kits that are being taken to a whole nother level with Satoshi Kusama and the Treat Yourself campaign. Wellies, brick to mortar fast food restaurants, a metaverse. I mean, and honestly, it just keeps, and I can keep going on. I don't have enough time, my people. I need to do a stream where it's just Bone Army versus everybody, and then I'm defending Shibarium and their blockchain, and then everyone else can bring their blockchains, and we just go at it. You feel me? Knock you guys out, bro. Anyways, with that said, let me go ahead and check the charts because I know this thing is about to run out of time. All right, it's already late. It's late. So here we got Bone. Here we got Bone about to break 50 cents. Bone right now is under 50 cents. We're talking about a token that's going to be at least $1. We're talking about a token that's going to be at least 5, 10, 100, $1,000. Bone is going to be $1,000 whether you know it, whether you like it, whether you respect that or not. All right. So you're either with the winners or you're with the losers. All right. What team are you on? All right. Let's go ahead and quickly check Leash. Got to check Leash before I biz ounce because Leash has been kicking butt. Been kicking butt. Respect Leash. Do not get it twisted. Leash is going to be worth more than Bitcoin. That's my prediction. I'm the first one to say it. But I promise you, I won't be the last to say it because there's a lot of stuff I say first, and then it comes eventually. Like for example, well, actually, let's not even get over that because I still need to do a video on kind of getting on Satoshi Kusama because he's talking about like once I take it to a trillion, I might have to step back. That's just the beginning of it, bro. There's so much more to do. And thank you for doing everything you've done, Ryoshi, Cal, some of the builders on Shibarium, on Ethereum. Amazing job, but there's still so much more to do. All right. With that, let me go ahead and just lastly check on some of these riskier plays. Of course, not financial advice, but you guys know I'm messing with both Neros. I'm messing with both Neros. I told you about it. All right, but you guys know one of them said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do a little sum. Let me go ahead and do a little sum and go to about, I don't know, 100 mil. Nah, you know what? Let me go to 200. Let me go to 2, 3, 400 million. And right now, this thing is lagging. So I don't even know if you guys are hearing this or not. I'm going to just run it regardless. But it's currently at $451 million. The first Nero on Ethereum, the CTO one. That's the one I'm talking about. Of course, I like the other one too. Like both Neros. In fact, they told you get both because Nero is most likely going to be the meme coin of the year. Okay, that's what I told you guys. So hopefully you guys got a little something there. But if not, I'm gonna give you another banger right now. This one is super high risk. This one is super high risk. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This one is high risk. It's called Doggo. It's called Doggo. It's called Doggo. It's at $13 million right now. I do see this one running. In fact, I got rid of one leash to get into this in hopes that this would actually triple up so I can get two leash. So of course, not really smart right now to be doing that, risking that right now. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, we're over here about to start one of the biggest runs in history. Just be aware that at any moment the floor could be taken from you. All right, because the structure indicates that there's probably going to be a dip. All right, there's probably going to be a dip. When that's going to happen, I don't know because I was thinking it was going to happen after the interest rate hike. Now, as it gets closer to the election, the establishment has to try to ward off that dip by any means necessary. Okay, because any dip right now might hand the election off to Donald Trump. So I'm just putting it out there for you guys. Not financial advice, but I have been known to hit a couple of these out of the park, and it's also important to adjust. Okay, don't just because I said dip, I'm not gonna be like, okay, dip. Oh well, now it's bull run. No, the structure's still there for a dip. Okay, so even if it does go up, expect a dip. So that's why I'm just putting that out there for you guys. I do know that this thing was laggy. It was freezing up. I was like this the whole time. I believe the audio should be good. I gave you guys a bunch of gems. If it does freeze up or if the audio is bad, I will be back and I'm gonna do a live. I'll do a live later. And if it did freeze up, I'll just go over all this. Once again, I go by Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army just came at you. The whole point of this video, though, was let's go back to it. Let's go back to it because it was to tell you guys Shiba Inu. This is going to be most likely one of the last times you're able to get Shiba Inu. 100 million Shiba Inu for under $2,100. All right. Obviously, the video says 2 racks, 2 G's. When I started, that's what it was. Right now, as you know, we're up 20.59%. That's not my fault. It's not my fault that Shiba Inu is the best meme coin / technology, best decentralized cryptocurrency project to ever exist. I'm just putting it out there for you guys. You guys do with that what you will. Of course, not financial advice, but I will say this. Go ahead and hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. Appreciate all of you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them down there. Once again, I go by Bone Army Crypto Marxist, aka Crypto Nostradamus, gave you a couple of bangers right there. So if you want more content, go ahead and check out the videos up there. And if not, like I always say, I'm Bone Army, you're Bone Army. We are the Bone Army, and I'm out. Appreciate you and have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your Friday, my people. Peace.